guys, I'm Virginia from Peaceful Acres Farm, and today we're going to be making book charms. This amazing program is brought to you by Emmett O'Neill Library. Let's go over our supplies. First of all, you need some glue or some Mod Podge, a paintbrush to apply it, some scissors to help you cut out your template, and I have a big one and a small one. You'll need either a keychain ring or a necklace, a jump ring, an eye screw, some black clay, some white clay, a toothpick, and it helps if you have a knife, and then optional, a rolling pin or a wooden dowel or a smooth-sided glass to roll your clay flat, a ruler, and some pliers. And parchment paper. So the very first thing you want to do is condition your clay, and that just means you warm it up and you play with it and you get it good and elastic so that it cures properly in the oven. You want to do this for the amount of time that it would take to mix two different colors of clay together. We're not actually mixing two different colors of clay together, but that's what you want to pretend like you're doing. Once you get your clay good and conditioned, we are going to make the pages for our book out of the white clay. So you want to take your clay and roll it into a ball in your hands, just like you would with Play-Doh. Now you want to start forming the white clay into the rectangle shape for the pages. And so just start smushing it out. I like to flip it over because the side that's on the parchment paper is smooth. So now you can smooth out the other side. And this is where it helps to have a rolling pin. So if you do have a ruler, measure, and you want it to be about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch thick. This is actually a little thin, but that's okay. I think it will work just fine. So I want to take it and trim the edges with my knife so that it's a rectangle. It helps if you get your template, whichever one you want to use, and make sure that it's big enough. So the cover is going to be a little bit bigger than the pages. So now I have to smooth the edges where my serrated knife made those lines. So I'm just going to rub it with my finger. And you can press it up against the table to get it good and square again, good and flat. Now you want to take your toothpick and make the lines to look like pages. So the spine is going to be covering one of the long edges. So you're just going to take your toothpick and draw lines to look like pages on the other 3 sides. And they don't have to be perfect. Now if you want to brush off any crumbs, just lightly with your finger, flatten it up against the table. And then set your pages aside so that you can make the cover. So now we're going to roll out the clay for the cover. And my black clay is a little bit harder than the white clay, so I'm definitely going to have to use the rolling pin for this. and it's going to need to be a little more than double the size of this. So we're going to roll it out and then set the white clay on top of it to see if it's the right size. Okay, so now you want to set the pages on top of the black cover, and you want to use the knife or the toothpick to cut around the pages, and you want to make the cover a little bit bigger than the pages. So now I want to smooth these edges with my finger. Then you want to wrap the pages in the cover and just press it down flat. You don't have to press hard. When it gets warm in the oven, it will attach the pages to the cover. So then you want to press the spine up against the table to get it flat. And you can do the same thing with the other edges to get the black clay smooth. Now you want to take a toothpick and push it into the clay to create the indentation for the cover, where the cover would be sewn, or glued to the pages rather. Now you want to attach the eye screw to the spine of your book. You want to put it on the side that you want to attach the keychain or the necklace to, and you want to screw it in so that it'll stay. Try to put it really close to the top though, because you want it to stay out of the way of the cover. Just like that. Now you want to preheat your oven to 275 degrees, and you want to place your book with the parchment paper on top of the parchment paper and bake it in the oven for 1 hour, covered with a piece of computer paper. Once your charm has finished baking and it has cooled, you want to coat it in Mod Podge and attach the cover. I've already done one layer on this, but I'm going to show you how I did it. So, to decoupage something, you want to apply a layer of glue to the surface. Then you want to stick on your picture, or whatever it is you're attaching. And then you want to put a layer of glue on top. And Mod Podge dries clear, so you won't see that when it's dry. Be sure and put Mod Podge over the whole book, not just the cover, because that'll protect it from the elements. Once your glue or your Mod Podge is dry, you're going to attach a jump ring, and then you're going to attach it to your keychain or your necklace. Most of the time a jump ring can be closed with your fingers, but if you have a hard time, pliers really help. So you want to take an open jump ring and loop it around your charm. Then you want to insert your necklace or your keychain chain as well. and then use either your fingers or pliers to close it. So you hold the left side or the right side, depending on whether you're right-handed or left-handed, with your finger, and then you use your pliers or fingers to close the other side and make them match up. Just like that. And voila, you have your charm. Thank you so much, Emmett O'Neill, for joining me. I'll see you soon.